The only word that comes to my mind after watching the first 3 rounds of this year's NCAA tournament, wow. Even though there's been some blowout games, I can't think of any game that hasn't left me on the edge of my seat. And the best part is, we've still got plenty of basketball to play. Tonight and tomorrow, teams will be showing down in the ultimate party, the Sweet 16. For today's show, I'm going to go through the games that take place tonight, and there's going to be 4 very interesting games. Xavier versus Arizona, Notre Dame, Wichita State, Wisconsin versus North Carolina, and West Virginia taking on undefeated Kentucky. Game 1, Xavier versus Arizona. As the tournament progresses, it's imperative that teams get off to a solid start, and we have to see if either of these teams can get off to a good start, especially Arizona. They were able to pick themselves up after a slow start against Ohio State, led by guard TJ McConnell, but Ohio State's not Xavier. Xavier's always played well in the tournament, and what makes them a scary team is they have a well-balanced offense. Each guy on the team knows their role within the offense, and no one tries to do more than they have to. Arizona must play good defense to stop this offensive attack, and they need to put up points early in the game. Game 2, Notre Dame and Wichita State. The key to this game is turnovers. Notre Dame hasn't exactly played a great brand of basketball like they did in the ACC tournament, and Wichita State has surprisingly looked good. But in the games that Notre Dame has played, they've capitalized on their opponent's mistakes and missed opportunities. Meanwhile, Wichita State has turned the ball over more than they'd like to. The game plan for Notre Dame is simple. Put pressure on Wichita State early. See if they can make the passes they should and take good shots. Game 3, Wisconsin versus North Carolina. North Carolina has to stop Frank Kaminsky. He's a big dude who can finish, but he can also handle the basketball and make great passes. What North Carolina needs to do is force him outside of the paint and make him become a jump shooter as opposed to getting to the basket and scoring easy baskets. And Wisconsin needs to force North Carolina to play a half-court game and not let them score in transition. North Carolina is a hard team to defeat if they're running you into the ground and scoring on easy baskets. Wisconsin must use their size and force the Tar Heels to play a set offense if they want to win this game. Game 4, West Virginia versus Kentucky. West Virginia has to continue to apply their full court pressure against Kentucky. But if West Virginia really want to beat these guys, they got to crash the offensive boards, get second chance opportunities, and put the bunny back in the hole. And West Virginia is one of the best teams in the country at recovering offensive rebounds. But is it going to be enough to beat the undefeated Wildcats? It's possible, but I just don't see it happening for West Virginia. Kentucky, they just take their game to a completely different level as opposed to every other team in the NCAA. It's scary how good they really are. They have 10 players on their roster who are capable starters. But what makes Kentucky so much fun to watch is their unselfish play. They're willing to make sacrifices for their game in order to make the team better, and it's paid off for them. They're 35-0. West Virginia literally has to play a perfect game in order to beat Kentucky.